Um, the days are coming that maybe pretty soon we are going to be able to go back to have our regular sessions in the place that we are going to be meeting now. But we have been asked by some people who are not able to attend our services because of the distance, because they are in other places, if we can keep it, the Zoom going on. And we are going to be trying to do that. We don't know how we are going to be able to do it, but we have some experts in our community that they are going to help us to try to do. And I hope that we are going to be able to bring the Zoom for everybody and to broadcast our services. We are now in Beha'alotcha. This is basically what it means is to when you rise up and you go up to, and it's about lighting the menorah, the lampstand, and it's giving the order to Aaron, who is going to be the leader of the Kohenim, or the priesthood. There are many midrashim and many rabbinical explanations why this portion is here. But let me tell you, the portion Beha'alotcha is a portion that we need to look at with a lot of interest, but there are no a continuation of teams. They are separate teams that they are treated. And many times I have told you that the Torah not necessarily is chronological. Here, for example, it starts in chapter 9. It's going to tell you about the celebration of the second Passover, in case that you were not able to fulfill the first Passover, for those one that couldn't keep it. It starts with the first month of the second year, and it's before what started in Bamidbar at the beginning. Then we know there is no chronological. But the issue about chronology is not as important as the subjects that are dealt with it and in this important portion. And we're going to see in chapter 8 is about the menorah, the lighting of the menorah, but also about the position of the shmicha, or the putting the hands over the Levites, like through Israel. Israel is going to put the hands over the Levites, the Leviim, showing them that they are the ones that are going to be in charge of the Mishkan, of the sanctuary, and they're going to have a special role. Then going to at the end of the chapter 8, we see the Creator said from 25 to 50, you are going to be serving. And this is very, at the beginning, say from 30, and here start from 25. The explanation our sages tell us is because it took 5 years of preparation before they start really serving inside the temple. But you know, last week I was talking to you about to know what who are you and what are your calling. I was talking about determination or predestination and free will. If you were born a Levi, it was very easy to know what was going to be your office or what was going to be your job. But sometimes we have this idea that the Leviim, the only thing that they did was to be dedicated to work in the Mishkan, in the sanctuary. They have their own cities that they live with other people, and they have their own place to take care of the animals. They didn't have any private property, but they give it a place for them to live, and they needed to take care of their own things. Among themselves, there were all kinds of trades among the Leviim. Some there were carpenters, some were engineers, some were doctors or whatever. Everybody had a function, but at the same time had a trade. And sometimes we misunderstand in the scriptures that because you are elected to one group, the only thing that you can do is what the group say to you. And you can have other traits and other types of specialties inside your group. But never forgetting what was your most important function. You're going to see, for example, rabbis. You know, one of the rabbis that I really like a lot is Maimonides. And Maimonides was amazing. You know, he not only was a rabbi, not only he was a philosopher, not only was a teacher, but he was even a physician. And he was a good physician because in the courts that he was going to be called to serve. And we have then different, not because you are one thing, mean that you cannot do something else. But there is an order. Right now, we are going through a time here, not only in North America, but all over the world. The Antifa, or the people anti-system, that they are creating riots and they are creating a lot of things. And the problem, to me, the problem is that has been misused and abused the term racism, you know, racist. I know that not everybody like it when you talk about these issues because it's too political or too dividing among the people. You see, in Judaism, we believe about Beha'alotcha of Shear, about free will. And we believe about that all of us who have the capability to think for ourselves. Nobody needs to tell us how to think. You know, what they tell us is they give us information, they give us education, they train us, but at the end, we are the ones that made the decision what to do. You know, I mentioned to you last week also about this statement about Yeshua, our great rabbi, you know, who say many will be chosen. Many will be called, very few will be chosen. You know, and that for many people, that was a very difficult statement to understand. How it has been called, how there are so few that are chosen. Here is a very important to me term that we need to grasp, is the idea of a Beha'alotcha of Shear, free will. The free will is what allows us to decide. God can ask us to do a job, but we are finally the last responsible for it. Or we do it or we don't do it. It's our choice. Sometimes we do not realize that we are rebellious even against the Creator. Even that we say that we believe, you know, many times you're going to see your own life when sometimes you commit mistake, you do things wrong. You need to come back to the Creator, and this is the reason that we have what we call it teshuvah, coming back to the Creator. Then it's a process. Another thing that's very interesting, being part of Israel, what Israel itself means. It's a constant conflict with the Creator. We are always struggling with Him. Why? This is another thing that we need to understand. It's because He has given us this wonderful gift of free will. And sometimes we have conflict with our Creator. You know, it's interesting, and I hope that you are not surprised what I'm going to tell you. But in the Talmud, in Baba Mexia 59b, say something that the rabbis literally defeated the Creator. You know, they outsmart the Creator. But this is an idea about that the rabbi, they can do their own halakha when they think it's convenient, when it's better. Then sometimes if you have free will and you are capable to think for yourself, you need to make decisions on your own. And sometimes maybe you are going to be defiant of certain things that tradition has told you to do. Why? Because the Creator has given you the responsibility for you to do what is right. You know, I mentioned to you this before too, and this is only to bring you to the point I want to bring, is aharayut. Aharayut means responsibility. You know, the shoresh, the root of this word is heirut. And what it means, heirut? Freedom. In other words, in order to be able to be responsible, you need to be free to make the decision. Because if you are not free to make a decision, how can you be responsible for something? And this is another in religious circles, you know. Sometimes they doubt about the Creator, because how is the Creator going to punish you for something that you cannot do anything about it? Then that will be very unjust. And our Creator is the most just that can be in our own personal definitions. He's just, he's merciful, and he is pure love for us. Then he wants the best for us. Then saying this, we arrive in their chapter 11 and chapter 12, the ending of these portions. I'm going to talk about something that goes with the leadership of Moshe Rabbeinu. And you're going to see that even Moshe Rabbeinu was not as perfect as sometimes we're trying to make him to believe. He was a human being with limitations. I would like to if Peggy, you can put there chapter 11, okay, verses little higher, from verses 16. No, I'm sorry, verse 10. Okay, and this is talking about. You see, I prefer that you start in verse 4, Peggy, because I need to make a. Here in verse 4, we had the word, the Asaf Suf, okay? And I want that you look at this word. Here in the translation is the mixed multitude. That is the same idea about the Ereb Rab in chapter 12, verse 38 of Shemot, okay? The Ereb Rab. Then here is a point I want to make that is very important. Our beloved rabbis and sages, they make the Asasuf and the Ereb Rab as one people. And basically, what they're doing here is passing the buck. They are blaming the foreigners, the extra, the non-Israelites who joined to Israel, the cause of Israel failing to the Creator. They were tempted. They were misinformed. They were corrupted by the corrupted people that were outsiders. This doesn't sound good in the ears of our Creator. Why? Because he won't excuse anybody for saying, he made me do it. You know, we are constantly in this act of self-justification. It's very difficult for many of us to accept our own reality and to take responsibility for the thing that we do. We pass the buck. We tell other people are their fault, or they made me do it. I didn't know, and they lied to me. You know, everything is somebody else did it. I didn't do it. Or I did it, but I didn't know what I was doing. Always looking for excuses. And the Creator is very clear. You are responsible for your own acts. Other religions are going to teach you that whatever you do, the only thing that you need to do is say sorry. No, it's not say sorry. It's to make it right. And here, this rubble is the thing, what is happening right now all over the world, especially in the United States and Canada. There is the group of the Antifa, you know, those anti-systems. These people that they are against everything that is the order. They are breaking, they're destroying, they're using the excuse that about race that had nothing to do with race, has to do with the hate, with the system, with the order. And the politicians are so corrupted that they are giving these people the right to destroy our society. Okay? And many people trying to justify, I pull because they are so upset by the injustice. They are so upset by what is happening. You can be upset, but you don't need to kill somebody. You know, they have killed a black policeman, and this is against racism. You know, people, they allow the news, the environment to twist their minds. And we are living under a society with the progressive people, the liberal people, has now the all the information that you need to hear. And you are being deceived, and you believe it. Because what? It's on TV, or the news say that. No? I met the person long ago who used to say to me, if it's in the newspaper or if in the news, it's true. I say, I can see that you are very naive. You know, you need to do your own research. And here, this Yashuv, yes, maybe they were the one that created the Antifa. They were the one that created the revolution in Israel to complain against the Creator and against the leadership, against Moshe Rabbeinu. But the people who participated are a problem. Do you know that in this group of Antifa, a great number of young people are Jews? A great number. And they are no colored people. They are white. But they are protesting against injustice. And protesting against injustice, they want to destroy everything that they see, and they steal everything in the creation. That is just. And they want everything free. Like when somebody receives something, they think it doesn't cost anything. Everything costs. And to give something to somebody, somebody needs to pay for it. And sometimes we do not, we the taxpayers, we are the ones that pay more than anybody else because we work. And we are in the community, we are in the era of the entitlement. We are in the era that most of the people, they think, you owe me. You owe me because I am alive. You owe me because I live in this country. You owe me because I am part of it. You owe me. And they are the people of give me, give me, give me. And there is more and more and more that type of attitude. Look, finally, Pesha, put back now chapter 11. I'm going to read you this portion about Moshe Rabbeinu. Okay? Then the people went crazy and they start even crying. Verse 10. And Moshe Rabbeinu heard the people weeping. Mishpacha by mishpacha, every man at the door of their tent. And you know what couldn't take it anymore? The Lord. The Lord kindled his anger greatly. Have you ever had this opportunity that when somebody repeat to you the same thing over and over and over and over again, and there is a moment that you're trying to be nice, you're trying to be positive, you're trying to help the person, and you get a moment that you say, I cannot take it anymore. It's too much. Even the Creator lost his temper. The Creator. You see, he kindled greatly. And Moshe was totally, he said, the translation doesn't give credit to her. And he said, and Moshe Ra. And Beni Rosh Ra. He was upset, mad, not displeased. And then he said, and Moshe said to the Lord, why you have done this thing to me? How many times I have told you I don't want to lead these people? Please, give me a break. And basically he's going to have a talk with the Creator. He's going to say, please take my life. I cannot take it anymore. I don't know what to do with them. By the way, sometimes I have been ready to quit so many times. I cannot take it anymore. I cannot understand these people. Why? Why they are so? Better don't say. But why? Why? No? He said, do you want for me to carry them like my baby, to feed them like a nursing father? Carry a sucking child to the land, to take it to the house that you swear to their fathers? Who am I? And they say, when should I have any, she say flesh, but anything of my body? I cannot give it anymore. And these people are creating me a headache. And they're crying and crying and crying. I cannot take it anymore. Have you seen those babies that cry and cry and cry? And you want, at the moment, you want to kill the baby because you don't know how to stop it? She said, I am not able to bear anymore these people by myself. Please, don't you realize it's too much for me? Go back to 12, Peggy. I don't know, you're playing with me, but go back to 11, please. I have not finished. Thank you. Are you helping me or you are against me? Thank you. I want to start talking against you, Peggy. No. Okay. And he said, it's too heavy for me. And then, please, if you want to deal with me kindly, basically say, kill me. Take my life. I cannot take it anymore. And he said, if I had found favor in your eyes, give me a break. I am really cannot take it anymore. I am totally bera'ati, totally flat. Not even we decide to do anything. I am destroyed. I am a wreck. And then the Creator is saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, you're right, I have put too much on your shoulders. I'm going to give you help. I'm going to give you help. I'm going to bring helpers to divide the heavy things, the duties, and the others can take it with you. The idea was there are too many things on your shoulders, and you need to learn also to unload with others. And the others can help you to take the heavy burden that you have and divide it. Because this is a good example for all of us. If you are really, really under a lot of burden, trying to share that with others who are sympathetic with you and they understand you, and they will help you to alleviate the burden on you and make it easier for you. Don't think you are Superman, that you can take everything. All of us, we go through episodes in our lives that we can and we need to ask help. You know, both we can and we need to ask. Because if you think I don't want to bother anybody, I don't want to be a burden to anybody, this is when you start self-defeating yourself. Remember always that you are not alone. You have a community. You have people who care about you and they want the best for you. You are not alone. Remember that always. The people who suffer more are the people who isolate themselves. You know, I always say, don't isolate you, because isolation brings depression, and depression brings death. Totally the contrary. This is the reason that Moshe Rabbeinu wanted to kill himself. He was suicidal. And the Creator gave it the answer. Don't take it by yourself. I'm going to give you help. You are not alone. I understand. Maybe I asked too much for you to take and help. Now, he has those 72 people. Eldad and Meldad got together from under the curtains and they helped them. That is another theme that we can talk later on, but it's not. Then we go to chapter 12. Here is very interesting. Remember, we are in the moment of the Antifa, we are in the moment of racism. You know, we Jewish people, believe me, no, we are racist. Okay, if somebody wants to say that we are not, they are lying to you. What happened is that we have learned that racism is terrible, and then we need to have forgiveness for that. And I don't want to be holier than thou or better than anybody else. Then when we really have a relationship with the Creator, we realize how bad we are, because He tells us to be good with the foreigners first. To be good with the orphans, to be good with the widows. And look at here, Miriam, no Miriam Birban, or Miriam, the Moshe Rabbeinu's sister, who saved Moshe, who was with Moshe growing up. Look at what it says. And Miriam and Aaron start talking to each other. What it means is they were gossiping, like Sean Hara. And they were complaining and they were jealous. And you ask, what the Cushite woman has to do with all of this? This Moshe remarried with a black woman, and look at this, and look at what is happening. You know, and what did the Lord put him in a pedestal? And what about us? What are we are? Transparent. We are not good for anything. We have not done a lot. How many of us we compare ourselves with others and we envy others instead to be glad for the others' success. And they say, has the Lord indeed spoken only with Moses? Has he not spoken also with us? And they thought that our Creator is deaf. The Creator has a better system than microphones under the water or anything in any other place. He used the internet better than any of us. He is very smart. And believe me, he can hear you any moment, even when you don't think he is hearing you. And he said, now the man Moses was very, 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 very meek about all the men that were on the face of the earth. Moses never looked anything for himself. He never felt better than anybody else. He was doing only what he needed to do. And the Lord spoke suddenly to Moses and to Aaron and to Miriam, and he said, come to the Mishkan, to the Ohel Moed. And they came there. And the Lord also presented himself as a Anan, Amud, as a pillar of cloud, and stood in the door of the tent and said, Miriam, Aaron, come on. And you know when the Lord calls you, you start shaking. And you know, uh-oh, what I did. That's immediately. No, what I did. And he said, hear now my words. Is there a prophet among you? I, the Lord, made myself known to them through a vision, through a dream, or whatever. But with my servant Moses, with him, not only that I trust him in all my things, but with him I speak mouth to mouth. I mean that he hears me every word I say. And we had a conversation. I talk to him. I converse with him. Okay? And he said, how in the world you are trying to compare with him? How can you speak against my servant Moses? Again, the anger of the Lord departed. He was upset with Aaron and with Miriam. No? And then suddenly, Miriam became totally with leprosy. And then, by the way, there is the idea that our dear rabbis make the Lashon Hara with leprosy. They put it together. Aaron and Moses Aaron said to Moses, oh my Lord, please, we have prayed, we have sinned. Pray for us because we have done something foolish and we have sinned. We have committed a sin. Please pray for her because Miriam, is like a dead person who her flesh has been consumed. She is no any longer look like a human being. And Moses cried out to the Lord. He said, Elna refanala. Please, oh Lord, heal her now. I beg you. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had put a spit on her face, should she not hide in shame 7 days? Let her be shut up without the camp 7 days, and after that, she shall be brought again. And Miriam suffered the consequences of her lashon hara. For 7 days she was out, but the people cared about her. The people didn't abandon the sinner woman. Totally the contrary. They were with her. What a beautiful lesson we can learn from all of this. We are very quick to shoot. You know, they say that in the religious armies, this is the only place where your wounded soldiers, you shoot them instead to take it to the hospital to be healed. Because it's very easy to judge to those who are sinners. Like we are not sinners. We are pure, immaculate. And that is the hypocrisy in religion. We are seeing today, in the environment that we are living, the hypocrisy of the leaderships of this world, the politicians, that they are taking the side of the corrupted. They are taking the side of the people who are destroying our society. They are taking the side of the people who they don't have any right, and they don't even bring anything to the community, do not produce anything. They are not, most of them, they are not even workers. They live of handouts. But a politician only wants acceptance, and they don't care if the acceptance comes from evil. But we have a responsibility. Moshe Rabbeinu learned a lesson that all the burden is not only for himself. He needs to learn to share. And sharing that burden, he makes his own burden smaller. And they can bring something better, build something better. To be a good leader is not the one that tells you what to do, is the one that goes with you. A good leader is not the one that is judging you. A good leader is the one that is with you, holding you, and trying to make sense of many things. Sometimes for me, as a rabbi, with many of you, and you know who you are, I have been trying, I need to hold my tongue to say, I told you so. But I didn't say that because all of us will fail. Because I has failed not once, many times, and will continue failing. Because I am human. Because God gave me free will, and I need to be responsible for my actions. But that doesn't mean that because I fail, it's an excuse to keep failing. Totally the contrary. Okay, we failed. We didn't do what we need to do, what was right. Okay, now I need to change. And thank you for accepting me even the way as a failure. Because now I can come back and keep going. I mentioned to you last week about talking about free will and determinism of being destined to do certain things. And I say to you, in Judaism, we have this saying, an intelligent person is the one that learns from his own mistakes. But a wise person is the one that learns from somebody else's mistakes. And we have the opportunity among all of us to help each other to form this community. We see what is going around, and please don't listen to that gossiping that is going on all over the world. Most of the time, these people who have the media, they have the news and the thing, they have something against somebody and they want to destroy somebody. Let's be smart and look where these news are coming from. who is the one that's talking about? Who is the one that says something? They are rumors or it's truth? They are facts or they are only rumors? And we are under a lot of rumors. That is gossiping. That's Lashon Hara. And let's help Moshe Rabbeinu to keep this community going. And we say Moshe Rabbeinu to help each other, not to have only one person to have all the burden, but to learn that all of us, we are together, and we are not alone. Let me tell you now, finish in a positive way. You as community, you have been a great blessing to me personally and to our community. You have continued with us through the years, and especially through this time that's so difficult. And you deserve all my respect and love to you for what you are doing as a community. And we are not alone. But it's not easy the way that we are going. It's not easy the path that we have taken. Because most of us, literally, we are swimming against the current. Because we are not popular in our way of thinking. We are not popular in our positions, in our moral positions. We are not popular for what we want to do, what is right. Because today it's easier to follow the Antifa, to follow the anti-systems, to follow the rebels, to follow the haters, to follow those people who they do not like to have order. But when you stand up for what is right, the Creator is going to bless it. My father's always words, I will never forget from him. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice, you must pursue. We are the menorah of this world. This parasha starts with the menorah. We are light to the world. And the light functions better when there is more darkness. Now we can really be a lot of light to the world because we are in darkness. Don't be afraid. Stand up for what is right, and you are not alone. And like I say to you, we are not popular, that's for sure. But it's better to be right than to be popular. It's better to be in the hands of God than in the hand of the other side. Thank you so much for this beautiful Shabbat, and thank you for the time together. Shabbat shalom to all of you.
Shabbat shalom.